So this is why I'm going to reflash my car to Cobb that I've never used. I'm not sure what's going on with this tune from MA Performance. I've had it for 3 or 4 years now. It does this find knock learn crap every now and then. I get a crazy reading. Look at that. You can't tell because it's zooming in, but let's see. So always during 1500 to 2200 RPMs, I get not feedback knock, but crazy knock readings like that, right? It goes away as soon as I hit 2400 RPMs. Now, it's usually like a 1.4 or a 1 is what I usually get. I apologize, it's not zooming in. There you go. Or focusing. I'm gonna try the Cobb tune right now. I'm gonna leave that on for a while and see what that is, because I'm not gonna hear the story about like it's bad gas. I'm not gonna go through these things no more. There's something with this tune because nothing in my car has changed. There's no other mods, and I've always gotten something with this tune. Since I put this tune on. I don't know if it just doesn't go good with my car. My car's picky. New spark plugs. Always change the oil. No other bolt-ons besides some exhaust. Stock intake. Everything's been changed. Everything's clean. Everything's up to date. I don't get any feedback knock during full throttle, and I don't get any fine knock learn at full throttle. But I called Mikey Body a while back. Everybody was saying the E2 and change that. Well, when I called him and talked to him, see, it goes away right there. I get it right there, dip it into the, just throttle a little bit, then it goes away right there. Oh, I apologize. So I get it right there, dip into it a little bit, goes away right there. So basically what happens is, as I get this fine knock learn during weird shifting so many times, that causes my dam to go down, and then I gotta wait for this shit to go back up again. And for my car, it takes 2 to 3 months because where I go to work, it's a mile down the road, so it's a lot of stop and go. I have to literally drive like at 70 miles per hour, stay out of those RPMs, and it'll go back up. So I'm gonna flash it to another stage right now and see if it works. Another tune, excuse me. And if it does it with another tune, I'm just gonna put it back to stock and sell the access port. There's just no, I'm not gonna deal with this crap. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I got to the point where I was filling up every single time I'd fill up with Shell gas, spend an extra 15 bucks on Shell gas. Everybody swears by that. I go ahead and get a octane booster every single time I fill up. Does nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now the only thing that it does is if I turn my car off and turn it back on, drive around, it goes away. It'll come back a couple days later. There's something, I swear, I know it's something with this tune. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. I mean, I know the MA Performance tune is a little more aggressive. I'm not knocking on it. I know people have had it for years. Like my buddy Lou's never had any problems with it. I don't know, but every car is different. There's something going on, because for about 2 or 3 years ago, I would get a 1.4, kind of like where my feedback knock is when my AC turns on. All right, I'd get that right here, the fine knock learn, and it would never go over that. I turn the car off, let it sit, drive it again, doesn't come back. It usually hasn't happened. It'll come and go, but for some reason, the last 6 months, it's gotten worse. So I have no idea. I don't smell gas leaking. Nothing should be loose. If it still comes back with this other tune, I know sometimes you can get false readings with a loose bolt, vibration. That could be a pan that's vibrating. It could be anything under the car. Around those, there's something around those certain RPMs. It's basically from, of course it doesn't do it when I sit here, by the way. The only time it does it is if I blip the gas like this, the throttle. So basically it does it, if this helps anybody, and I apologize that I'm vertical. From when I'm driving from right there to right there, then it'll go away. The higher the RPM, the better it gets. Well, I'm not going to floor it every time in my car. I think I mentioned this video before. And I appreciate, sorry guys that this was a shitty quality video. But if you have any issues like this and you drive a FA motor WRX and you're on a stage 1 tune from somebody, preferably MA Performance, let me know if you've ever had this issue. I constantly look up Find Knock Learn. I've looked it up 1,000 times for the last 2 years. And everybody I talk to, everything I see on Cobb's website is the same stuff I just explained. It's a false reading, but you know, it could be a light. There's something that it's trying to correct timing in those certain RPMs. It doesn't like something, whether it's, like I said, it's caused from vibration. I saw a guy on YouTube that had, he was getting some Find Knock Learn or feedback knock at a certain RPM, and it was his damn, one of his bolts was loose on something. It was picking vibration up like that. I don't know if that's really my case, because it would do it all the time. It seems like, and it doesn't do it. It doesn't matter if it's cold or hot. It'll do it eventually. I'll drive 2 days without doing it, but it's just weird that it's only between those RPMs. So it's a pain in the ass, because like I said, the more it does that, if I was to drive like that for another 30 minutes, 40 minutes, it would lower the dam down to like a 7.5 and 8, and then I would have to wait till I go on a long road trip. I said last time it took 2 or 3 months because I didn't go anywhere. You know, people may say, oh, that's so bad. It takes, you know, the longer it takes I know I've read from Cobb that the longer it takes it to go back to 1, that's kind of worrisome. Well, I think my situation is a little different, because there's something going on in those RPMs, and I have to physically drive over those RPMs. I have to stay out of those RPMs, basically is what I'm saying, for my dam to go back up. So I have to drive like that, you know, a little over 3,000 in cruise control, or just flooring it for an hour, goes right back up. But I can't do that on the road that I live by, where I go to work, and I'm not going to just waste gas and drive out of town because the car's being stupid. So I don't know. I'm gonna try the Cobb tune right now. I've never had the Cobb tune on. I think I had it on for 5 seconds. Never even drove it. I know I'm gonna try the Cobb. I'm gonna try that and just see what happens. If it doesn't do it with the Cobb tune within a week, I'm not going back to the MA Performance tune. I don't know. There's something with it. So I don't know. It's just really, really weird. I know feedback knock is the worst. Oh, to get back to the one E-tune guy before I leave. I know this is 7-8 minutes of me jabbling, but when I contacted Mikey Body before, I told him, hey, I'm getting Find Knock Learn during low throttles. This is what it does. Just how I explain it to you guys right now. His email back to me was, that's cruise knock. Cruise knock is inevitable. You're always going to get it. That's what he said to me. That was his response. Nothing else. Nothing, you know, this may help, That's what he said. So I'm like, well, I'm not spending $400 or $500 on an E-tune going through all that if it's still going to do it. He acted like it was no big deal. I mean, I still have the email from him. So that was the only time I've ever contacted him, and that was his response. So I don't know. I don't know if he was just having a bad day or if that's the truth or what, but it was like a quick response. That's cruise knock, and that's inevitable. Even with the E-tune or a Pro Tune, you're always going to get it. It's funny that I keep searching on YouTube for years, and I've never seen anybody with this issue. Not as bad as mine. So, I don't know. Maybe they're just not uploading it. Maybe they don't think it's a big deal. But let me know what you guys think. So, it's not always, just to specify, it's not always a 7. 99% of the time, it's a 1.4 or a 1. That 7 is the highest I've ever seen it. So I have no idea. So I'm going to reflash it right now. Peace.